The Nightside Project. Finish the day happy with Ethan Millard and Alex Keary on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to the Nightside Project. I'm Ethan Millard here with Alex Keary, helping you to finish your commute happy. We're going to do that today in the following way.
Are you wearing a hat today, bro?
Yes, I'm wearing a hat. We're recording a video segment today, so if any of you want to see my amazing Salt Lake Bees hat, you certainly can.
Before Ethan gives you the rundown of what the show's going to be, I'll give you the pre-show discussion. How's my hair look? and then Millennial Josh and I start looking at him, and we're all, well, Josh did this move. Were you wearing a hat at some point today? So then Ethan's all, fine, I'm wearing a hat. I hate you guys.
So here's how we're going to help finish your commute happy. We'll tell you the weird way that your online buying habits are causing an increase in dog attacks nationwide.
That makes no sense.
Well, it will when I roll out the information for you.
Unless you're buying begging strips and just throwing them out in the streets.
Also, I'll tell you, we have a Zen headline. We'll tell you about the off-duty police officer who jumped back into action, saving a life on his own wedding day.
And there's the Zen headline.
We'll give you those. We'll give you that story with all the details. But first, a lot has been said about the now infamous Pepsi commercial starring Kendall Jenner solving the world's problems at a millennial protest.
That's true. It was an amazing thing. Ethan, when she was able to hand that Pepsi to that surly cop, and then the world's problems went away.
Should we relive that moment?
Yes, because we haven't been able to really chat about it, and I think that this is super important.
I pulled it up right here.
So here's Caitlyn Jenner, sorry. I get them all. I get all the Jenners.
You're in the right family.
I get all the Jenners and their genders mixed up. All right. Here's Kendall Jenner. Every race and ethnicity represented. Kendall Jenner hands the Pepsi to the cop. He's so mad.
Yay.
You know what? Crowd cheers, and everybody is super excited.
Can I point something out, though?
Yes.
Look at this police officer she hands the thing to.
Kind of hot, right? Like, he's kind of a good-looking guy.
All right. I know a lot of police officers.
This is not one of them.
This is a model.
That's a guy who
I'm not saying.
That's a guy who shows up and goes, hold on, I heard it's Melissa's 42nd birthday. She's under arrest for being way too hot.
Look at this guy. Look how he reaches out. All right, look at this. Come on.
Now, here's what I'm grumpy
about. Look at that guy.
About.
That guy's a model.
After a couple of days of this fallout, which has been, you've had so many people take to Twitter and say, I'm outraged. This is so tone deaf. I can't believe, that Pepsi would go this route. You really can't believe that a company would sell itself totally out and pretend like it knows the consumer that it's going after to try to sell you a product. We've been doing this forever. Now, here's the part that I get grumpy about. Kendall Jenner, did I get it right?
Yeah.
Did I get her gender right?
You got it, yeah.
Okay, Kendall Jenner takes to social media and was like, wow, you guys, I am so appalled by what they turned this into. She shot the commercial.
She stood there, yeah.
She read the script, I'm assuming, and even one of her lackeys read the script to her. But you know what? When she's shooting this and she's handing the she's the part that's wrong about it, where an American model who we just have crowned queen of whatever and give her millions of dollars is handing a Pepsi to a cop, and he's drinking it and the crowd cheers. What did she think the tone of it was?
Listen, let me tell you something. Here's why I think that people are being unnecessarily hard on this commercial. And here's why. I know you're pretending. I know you're feigning shock here. You're feigning a lot of shock.
No, I'm not feigning it, because sometimes you'll do a stretch to play devil's advocate.
I'm not saying this is a good commercial. It's a terrible commercial.
Yes.
It's craven. It's manipulative. It's all those things.
Yes.
What I'm criticizing here is the breathless reaction to the commercial, because you're right. This is not the first time we've seen phony baloney stuff like this. In fact, let me bring the spot over, because listen to the lyrics here as she starts to hand him the Pepsi. All right.
Okay. Oh, that sound.
Hold on. I got to go back.
Listen to the lyrics.
I got to go back here. All right,
EDM music.
And hold on. Here it is.
We are the chosen. We're gonna shine out the dark. We are the movement.
We're the movement.
We are the
This
movement.
generation.
This generation. All right. Now you've got to understand that this is not the first company to try and cash in on a generational identity.
Well,
In
and
fact,
Pepsi specifically has been doing this forever.
they've been doing it
For
forever,
30 years.
And this is an upgrade though, because we went through and we watched a bunch of old Pepsi commercials from the Choice of the New Generation.
Yeah.
You know, this is the generation. This is the new. This is
Dude, Crystal Pepsi with Van Halen. It was
no
sweet,
one's
man.
no one can tell us what to think or what to do. We want to do it our own way. Every generation comes up with that baloney like no one's ever said it before. But if you go back, you actually go back to Coca-Cola. I mean, how could you possibly criticize Pepsi for what they did, but still hum along to this garbage?
What are you talking about, garbage?
World a home and furnish it.
Don't you remember this?
Gotta buy the world a home, a Coke.
Now, this is the Peace Generation, right? These are the hippies.
I like to teach the world to sing with me.
What's the solution to the problems of the world?
That's
We just
interesting.
need peace.
Every,
We just
and
need
look,
love.
Every color and every age represented. The little kids are there. Mm-hmm. Millennial Josh is looking at this like, what on earth are you talking about?
Josh, these are your grandparents.
I want to see. Do you know this song at all? I'd like to buy the world a Coke. Have you ever heard of it? No, he's never heard
It's
of it.
the real thing. See, let's go
Okay.
back just a
All
second
right.
here. Let's
So
just
that's
go back a second
1971.
here.
I'm not pretending like I was even alive at this point, but
And keep it company. It's the real thing.
And it's the real thing.
yeah, it's the real thing.
yeah.
Well, they put real cocaine in it, and then we
Yeah.
all got super high, and then we made this music video.
There's
and then we all
nothing-
said, what you didn't see was when they smashed cut to all those people of all the different ethnicities making out in the field.
But
It
let me
looked like
just-
Woodstock out there.
Let me build a stronger point for what I'm talking about in terms of why people are being so dumb about this commercial. And again, not to defend the commercial. Everyone's right, it's terrible. But Alex, you pointed this out to me. You remember the Super Bowl, all of the weird activist commercials in the
Yes.
Super Bowl. And then Saturday Night Live turns around with this hilarious skit. I'm just going to play a couple of seconds here. You pointed this out to me
because
in
I
the
watched
follow-up of this,
It was
in the
the-
follow-up of the Super Bowl.
It was like the week or two after the Super Bowl. I'm watching this, and I remember thinking to myself, oh, yeah, every commercial's doing this.
Saturday Night Live has a skit where they're in a pitch meeting for Cheetos. And listen to this.
Alec Baldwin.
We open on a little immigrant girl.
Cheetos.
She's dusty, she's tired, she's come a long way.
She looks up and sees a wall. How will she get over it?
A boy appears at the top. He throws down a rope. The rope is made from American flags.
The girl climbs the rope. She
Yeah.
sees her new country for the first time.
It's amazing.
And
These
she
are
cries.
These are powerful images.
Hard cut.
Sure.
Cheetos.
All right, so they go on and they've got
Wow.
they've got a half
Yeah.
a dozen.
And the
of
Madison
these-
Avenue fake executives are like, that is powerful. What about you guys? And then the other pitch people are like, okay, we get a bag of Cheetos, we open it up, we're at a party, we're eating them.
We're having fun, it's great.
Chester Cheetah rolls in and he eats it and goes, Cheetos! And then everyone goes, and then the pitch people are so offended. They're like, I don't know what you're trying to convey there. And then the payoff was that Chester Cheetah is like, we also have a Chester Cheetah idea.
Let me tell you what I think was
It turns into a transgender Chester Cheetah commercial, and they're like, "That's powerful stuff."
Let me tell you what I think where I think the commercial went really, really wrong. Okay, and this is one of the reasons why people hated it so much. 'Cause
When they
we've
hired Kendall
tolerated-
Jenner?
We've
Kendall
tolerated
Jenner?
so many of these other kinds of commercials. But I think where this commercial went terribly wrong
What?
was not even in its protest imagery, although people
That was
have
stupid, yeah.
people correctly criticize that. But I don't think that's what really irritated people so much. I think the thing that really irritated people was, honestly, I'm not joking here, Kendall Jenner. Because
It is an affront. I'm not
I
kidding.
think
I'm kind
that-
of offended. Nobody. What does she represent?
we accept the Kardashian Jenner lineup in a certain context. And that context is drama, that context is trashy stuff. And to see one of them brought over into a more mainstream frame, and especially in a controversial way, I honestly think that it was Kendall Jenner that turned this from a commercial that everyone universally hates to a commercial that people actually
Dude, and what did she do, too?
activate against.
What did she do? It took her 5 seconds. She rolled over on the company that paid her probably a couple $1 million to be a part of this situation.
Of course you would. Why, yeah.
I was just so offended by the commercial that I was in.
But can I point something out, though?
Basically pointing out that she's not smart enough to pick up on the tone deafness that there is in a commercial like this.
Yeah.
Just look, every company acts like they're trying to put an image out like they are part of a bigger, more important thing than what their product actually is.
You can do it effectively. You can even do protest imagery effectively. And you know who did it? For commercial reasons. Commercial/artistic.
Oh,
but if you remember,
the Taser company.
No, if you remember the music video for No Church in the Wild. Do you remember that video? It was basically a giant protest.
Yeah.
But, the context is everything. It's not like people are going to always reject these kinds of imagery, but
all right,
you just have to be careful with
Let's
it.
take the break here. I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need a Zen headline here, Ethan, and also your dog story about people being attacked because they made some purchases at their local H&M store. Is that what it was?
No, it's online
okay.
purchases.
Online purchases could make you more susceptible to dog attacks. We'll tell you how to avoid it next on News at 10.